Hello students, today we will discuss diffraction. What is diffraction? We have discussed the whole light chapter on the basis of reflection or the light which takes part in reflection. And reflection is simply the bouncing back of light when it strikes the reflecting surface, and in this laws of reflection was incidence angle equal to angle of reflection, and second law was incident ray, reflected ray and normal all lie in the same plane at the point of incidence. But here we will discuss refraction. In reflection, there is involvement of only one medium, means the light ray bounce back to the same medium. But in refraction, there is involvement of two medium, and that medium should be transparent, that we able to see that after refraction where light goes. In this, when light ray travels from one medium to another medium, it bends slightly or more depending upon the medium. Now the question is, why light ray bends? On traveling medium 1 to 2, why light ray bends? There are portions of bending. It might bend like this also, and the angle of refraction will be this, or it will be this also. Depending upon the density of the medium. So, when light ray travels from one medium to another medium, it bends in different direction depending upon the density of the medium 2. Light ray travels in a medium since this medium 1 have homogeneity and the molecules present in homogeneous in nature. When it strikes this surface, after striking this surface, it bends towards the normal and the angle is changing. When it bends towards the normal, it bends towards the normal when the medium density of 2 is greater than the 1. Means medium 1 is rarer medium and medium 2 is denser medium. So we can simply say, when light ray enters from medium which is rarer to the denser medium, it always bends towards the normal. Why bend towards the normal? When rarer to denser the light is coming, the speed of the light decreases in the denser medium. In comparison to rarer medium, the speed of the light decreases. And we have also discussed one case that why bending takes place. Because denser medium always slow down the speed of the light. But bending takes place. In the previous video, we have discussed that with the help of the car, we have discussed the bending of light. Suppose this car is coming from this oblique surface, and before this oblique surface the medium was there, and after this the medium was, or the path was what? Denser. This wheel is crossing this denser and rarer medium boundary earlier than this beam. Earlier than this beam. So if it will cross earlier and this wheel will cross later, there will be some gap in crossing this. Due to this, the nature of bending appears when it crosses this boundary. Why I am choosing these two wheels and car for taking this example? Because simply by seeing this ray, we are under assumption that this have very narrow thickness. Although it is having very narrow thickness or very less thickness, but when light ray falls from any object, it has certain kind of or some kind of width. This width of the object or this width of the ray of beam of light always gives us the feel of bending. So bending takes place because of the width of that ray of beam of light when light travels from one medium to another medium, and due to density of that medium, the light ray slows down, so that bending appears at a larger extent. This is the whole scenario why light is bending when it enters from rarer to denser medium. Okay, so from this we have learned the case why light is bending when it enters from rarer to denser medium. The example in most of the books you must have seen this, that if you have a glass of water and if a pen or pencil is dipped into it, after this layer of medium you will find this type of bending. This bending is because of the change of medium. The refractive index or density of this medium is greater than this. So when light ray enters after getting refracted from this part of the pencil is different than this part of the pencil. Due to this, we always see this single pen or pencil in two parts. Okay, so we have discussed enough about the refraction. Refraction is what? Simply the bending of light when it travels from one, say, rarer medium to another, say, denser medium. Now, the laws of refraction. What is law of refraction? Law of refraction is basically when light ray enters from one medium to another medium, say denser medium, it bends towards the normal, and in this incident ray, refracted ray and normal all lie on the same plane, joining this strata of the mediums, and the second one is the sine angle of incidence to the sine angle of refraction is constant. This is incident ray, this is refracted ray, this is the boundary of the medium 1 and medium 2. This medium is rarer medium and this medium is denser medium. Remember one thing, we cannot draw the refracted ray until and unless we know which medium is rarer or denser. Because the direction of the refracted ray is always decided when we know that the medium second is rarer or denser in comparison to medium 1. So we have these two laws: incident ray, refracted ray, and normal all lie in the same plane at the point of incidence, and the sine angle of incidence ratio to the sine angle of angle of refraction is constant. Means the ratio of sin I to the sin R is constant, and this constant is nothing but refractive index. It is denoted by n or mu, depending upon the books. It always denoted by this. What is basically constant? It is refractive index. Refractive index is what? The quantitative value of density or amount of or quantified density medium of medium 2 in respect to the 1. Suppose this is medium 1 and this is medium 2. So if we will find out with the help of this formula, you will write the refractive index of value of the constant like refractive medium of medium 2 with respect to medium 1. So after this law of refraction, we are going to discuss the refractive index. What is refractive index? Refractive index. Refractive index is basically the quantitative value that how much the second medium is denser in comparison to the first medium. And in most of the cases, we took the medium 1 as air. Suppose this rarer medium is air and this denser medium is water. And according to the law of refraction too, we have this sin I upon sin R, and this value is constant, and we know the value of this refractive index is what? This is 1 and this is the value of refractive index. Now do one thing, don't go to the values, just simply define how we can write it. It is refractive index of medium 2 with respect to medium 1 is this, and we always define this with the help of speed of light in medium 1 and speed of light in medium 2. So speed of light in medium 1 is this, and but you have to write like this. And if light ray goes in different directions, you can also write this refractive index of medium 1 with respect to 2, then you have to write V2 upon V2, because light ray moving from denser medium to rarer medium. What will happen then when medium shifts? Suppose this is denser and this is rarer medium. If light ray goes in this direction, the medium 2 is rarer medium, so it moves away from the normal. Means this is the original path, so away from the normal is this, and the angle of reflection will be this. So light ray, when travels from denser medium to rarer medium, it always moves outwards or away from the normal. Okay, so from this we have cleared the concept of refractive index. In the next class we will discuss about the lens, which is to slab. Before the lenses, we must discuss about the rectangular glass slab. Before moving to the next class or next part, we should discuss the refraction through rectangular glass slab. This is a rectangular glass slab. When light ray enters in this edge of the glass slab, glass have some refractive index, and due to this refractive index, this is air, this is glass, and this is again air. So due to this refractive index of the glass, light ray bend towards the normal, and this refracted ray further extended to this edge. Once it is refracted from here, it will also refracted and emerges out of this glass slab. When it tries to get out of the glass slab, it will bend away from the normal, because now this is denser medium and this is rarer medium, since it is air and it is glass. So in this case, angle I will be greater than angle R1, and here angle R2 will be less than angle of emergence. Why it is so? Because angle R2 is in denser medium and angle emergence angle is in rarer medium, that is air. So this will be always lesser than the R2. So we must remind all these things. Now if we will proceed this incident ray in original direction, if we will proceed this in original direction, we will see that there is marginal or some gap between the original path of the incident ray and emergent ray. This perpendicular distance between the original path of incident ray and emergent ray is known as lateral displacement. Lateral displacement of the light, and it is denoted by sometimes D or sometimes L. Let's revise it quickly. This is rectangular glass slab, and in this incident ray enters from this edge. As this is rarer medium, since outside the glass slab air is present, so when light ray enters to the glass slab, the angle of refraction will be lesser than the angle of incidence ray. Now this refracted ray further comes outside the glass slab, and when it comes outside the glass slab, the angle of emergence will be wider than or greater than the angle of refraction, which becomes the angle of incidence for refraction 2. This is why, because now the light is coming out of denser medium to the rarer medium. And last but not least, this lateral displacement between the original path of the incident ray to the emergent ray is known as lateral displacement. Now we have covered the refraction through rectangular glass slide, laws of reflection and the basics related to the